All right, guys. Hello. We are going to start in Chapter 5, Lesson 3, talking about what are the inner planets. So we all know that we have 8 planets. We used to have 9. Pluto is no longer a planet, but now we have 8. So we are going to talk about the inner planets. So by the end of this lesson, you will know the the end of this unit, the next 2 lessons, we'll know the inner and the outer planets and Earth's position in the solar system, and you'll know the technology that helped people explore space. So turn your books to page 184, and we are going to get started. However, we are going to skip page 184, and that's this page right here. We're going to skip this page, and we're going to start on page 185. So I want you to take a look, page 185, and we're going to start here. Grab your highlighter, grab a pencil, and let's get started. Okay, now that you have everything, I took a little pause there to make sure that you have everything. Now that you have everything, let's go ahead and get started. Page 185, planets. There are 8 planets, 8 known planets that revolve around the sun. A planet is a large, round object that revolves around a star and has cleared the region around its orbit. Go ahead and highlight the definition for a planet. The 4 closest planets to the sun are called inner planets. Inner planets have rocky surfaces. Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars are the inner planets. I want you to highlight that inner planets have rocky surfaces, and Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars are the inner planets. It says, because all the planets revolve around the sun and the stars that we see in the sky are very far away, we can see the planets change positions relative to the stars from one night to the next. All right, number 1 says, the illustrations show what the night sky might look like 3 weeks apart. Circle the object in the sky that might be a planet. I want you to take a minute and do number 1. So this paragraph, the second paragraph is going to help you with that. It says, because all the planets revolve around the sun and the stars then that we see in the sky are much further away, we can see that the planets change position relative to the stars from one night to the next. All right, let's turn the page. All right, orbiting objects. Every planet in the solar system revolves around the sun. The orbits of the planets have a slightly elliptical shape. Remember, what does elliptical mean? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It means to be an oval. Good job. Good job. It means an oval shape. Awesome. So objects in the solar system stay in their orbits because of gravity. Gravity is the force of attraction between objects. The force of the sun's gravity is large enough to keep planets around the sun. Without this force, the planets would not stay in their orbit. So I want you to highlight objects in the solar system stay in their orbit because of gravity. The force of the sun's gravity is large enough to keep planets around the sun. Number 2 says planets have years of different lengths because of the lengths of their orbit. Draw an X on the planet with the longest year. So do you think it would be Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, or Neptune? What do you think? Draw an X on it. This little caption down here says thousands of small objects orbit the sun between Mars and Jupiter. They form a ring around the sun called the asteroid belt. Now we are going to learn about the first inner planet called Mercury. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun. It is the smallest planet, slightly bigger than Earth's moon. Highlight that. Mercury is covered with thousands of low spots called craters. Craters are made when meteorites or rocks have fallen from space and crash into the surface. That's pretty cool. The Mariner 10 was the first spacecraft to visit Mercury. Scientists sent the Mariner 10 space probe in 1973, and it reached the planet in 1974. A space probe is a spacecraft that gathers data without a crew. I want you to highlight that. So it took a year for it to get to Mercury. It carries camera and other tools for studying different objects in space. Mercury has almost no atmosphere. Highlight that. So that atmosphere that Earth has, that keeps the sun's rays off of us and keeps us safe from all the damage that the sun can cause us, there's nothing like that on Mercury. Because it is so close to the sun, Mercury is scorching hot during the day. Daytime temperatures are much higher than those in the hottest place on Earth. With no atmosphere to hold the heat, Mercury is very cold at night. Number 3, predict. It says, how might Mercury be different if it had a thicker atmosphere? So how could Mercury be different if it had a thick atmosphere? If it had maybe an atmosphere, something like Earth. And then the caption says, without an atmosphere to protect it, Mercury is struck by many objects that leave craters on its surface. Pause the video, answer the question, and then let's flip the page. Now let's learn about the second inner planet, Venus. Venus is the second planet from the Sun. It is about the same size as Earth, but Venus rotates in the opposite direction. Highlight that sentence. So we all want to know the size of the planet. So it's the same size as Earth, but it's going to rotate in the opposite direction. Remember, rotate means that it spins. Like Mercury, Venus is very hot and dry. Unlike Mercury, Venus has an atmosphere made of thick, swirling clouds. There are strong winds and lightning. The clouds of Venus are very hot and toxic. Highlight that. They reflect the sun's light very well. This makes Venus one of the brightest objects in Earth's night sky. The clouds also hide the surface of Venus, but scientists have mapped the surface in spite of the clouds. The image on the right oh my gosh. Let me try that again. Ready? Let's rewind. The image on the right was made using the radar data from a space probe. The colors were added by computer for better viewing. There we go. So this is Venus with the clouds. This is the image that shows Venus, what it would look like without the clouds. That's pretty cool. All right, number 4, cause and effect. What makes Venus so bright? What do you think? It's in this second paragraph. Talks about it right here. Just saying. All right, pause the video and answer it, and then move on. Let's learn about our home planet. I'm sure you know about our home planet already, but let's learn a bit. Let's see if you know. Let's see if you can learn something new. Let's see. Let's see if we can learn something new about Earth and the moon. All right. Earth, our home, is the third planet to the sun. It is also the solar system's largest rocky planet. Earth is the only planet that has liquid water on the surface. I want you to highlight that because I've had a lot of people ask me if other planets have water. Well, there's your answer. Earth is the only planet that has liquid water on the surface. In fact, about 3/4 of Earth's surface is covered in water. Wow, Miss Cup can't talk today. Earth is wrapped in a layer of gas that is about 150 kilometers thick. This layer of gas, or atmosphere, makes life possible on Earth. It filters out some of the sun's harmful rays. It contains nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and water vapor. I want you to highlight this layer of gas, or atmosphere, makes life possible. It filters out the sun's harmful rays. Plants and animals use these gases. We are considered animals in that sentence. Earth is the only planet in the solar system known to support life. Highlight that too. So right now, we are the only planet that we know of that has life. Earth has one large moon, which is about 1/4 as wide as Earth. A moon is a natural object that revolves around a planet. I want you to highlight the definition for moon. Our moon has almost no atmosphere. It has many craters that formed when meteorites crashed into its surface. The moon is Earth's natural satellite. A satellite is an object that orbits another object in space. Gravity keeps the moon revolving around Earth, just as it keeps Earth revolving around the sun. All right, let's try this challenge question after I read these two captions. So it says, it takes the moon 27 days to revolve around the Earth. Earth spins or rotates once every 24 hours. All right, let's try this challenge question. Dun, dun, dun. All right, the challenge question says, the circle below represents Earth and the moon. Measure the diameter of the large circle. Multiply it by 30. That would be the correct distance from Earth to the moon to the scale. Draw the two circles in the space provided. Use the correct distance you found. Give that a try. See what you come up with. I want to see if you could follow those directions. Try that. I want to see what your picture looks like. The wording's a little confusing, but I want to see if you could try that and see what you come up with. All right. Let's learn about Mars. Let's learn about Mars. Let's learn about Mars. I wish you guys could see my dance moves right now because they're pretty cool. All right, Mars. Mars is the 4th planet from the sun. The soil that covers most of this rocky planet contains iron oxide. This is a reddish-brown material that makes rust. This material is why Mars is sometimes called the red planet. I want you to highlight that the soil that covers most of this rocky planet is called iron oxide. And then this material is why Mars is sometimes called the red planet. Mars has 2 very small and deeply cratered moons. The atmosphere of Mars does not have enough oxygen for plants or animals to live. Winds on Mars cause dust storms. These storms are sometimes large enough to cover the whole planet. Mars has seasons. Highlight that. It also has polar ice caps that grow in the winter and shrink in the summer. Mars has a canyon that is nearly 10 times, canyon. Oh my goodness. Again, Miss Cup can't speak today. Mars has a canyon that is nearly 10 times larger than the Grand Canyon in Arizona. That is a pretty interesting fact. We have more on Mars on the next page. Several probes have landed on Mars? The first, Viking 1, landed on Mars in 1976. In 1997, a robot named, I'm drawing a blank on how to say that. Oh my goodness, why can't I think how to say that, guys? I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Explored part of Mars. In 2004, two robots, oh my goodness. In 2004, two robot rovers, Spirit and Opportunity, landed. These rovers, oh my goodness. Let's rewind. In 2004, two robot rovers, Spirit and Opportunity, landed. These rovers gathered information and sent it back to Earth. Scientists have used the data to learn about the rocks and soil on Mars. These scientists also found evidence that Mars has frozen water and that it once had liquid water. That's pretty cool. Let's highlight that scientists also found evidence that Mars has had frozen water and once had liquid water. Yes. All right, let's answer number 7. Number 7, it says, number the sentences to show the sequence of events described above. So 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. How would you number the sentences? And then number 8, what are the characteristics of the inner planets? And number 9, how has technology allowed people to explore space? So all the rovers, all the space probes, how has it allowed us to explore space? Alrighty, I'm going to flip the camera up so you can see me. I'm upside down. There we go. Okay. Alrighty, guys, I just finished reading you Chapter 5, Lesson 3. Kind of dropped the ball on Mars. I don't know what happened there. I, stumbled over my words a lot. I'm very sorry about that. Didn't know how to pronounce that one word. But, hey, we all make mistakes, right? It happens. I'm sure you guys have done it too. But, hey, we're not all perfect, and that's okay. I'll figure out how to pronounce that word, and I will let you know. Okay? All right. I hope you guys have a great day. If you have any questions, let me know. Things happen, right? Everyone makes mistakes. It's okay. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I hope that you enjoyed learning about your inner planets. We are going to work more on these this week, and we are going to learn all we can about these lovely inner planets, and I hope you enjoyed my reading and my lovely commentary. Have a great day.